Faithful John. There was once an old king. He was very sick. He thought he would die. He called for his servant, Faithful John. John was a good servant. He was always true to the king. John came to the king's bed. The king said, "My life is ending. I worry about my son. He is too young to lead. Please promise to teach him everything. Be his helper." John said, "I will never leave him. I will always help him, even if it costs my life." The king felt better. He said, "Now I can die in peace. After I die, show my son all the rooms in the castle. Show him all the treasures. But do not show him the last room in the long hallway. In that room is a painting. It is a picture of the king of the Golden Palace's daughter. If he sees it, he will fall in love. He will be in danger. So, keep him away from it." Faithful John agreed. Soon after, the king died. After the king was buried, Faithful John told the young king what his father said. John said, "I will do all of this. I will be true to you, even if it costs my life." When the sad time was over, John said to the young king, "It is time to see your castle." John showed the king everything. He showed him all the rooms and treasures, but he did not open one door. This room had the special painting. The painting was so beautiful, it looked like a real person. The young king saw that John always skipped one door. He asked, "Why don't you open that one?" John said, "There is something in it that will scare you." But the king said, "I have seen the whole castle. I want to know what is in there." He tried to open the door. Faithful John pulled him back. He said, "I promised your father you would not see what is inside. It will bring bad luck to both of us." "No," said the young king. "If I do not go in, I will be unhappy. I will not rest until I see it. I will not move until you open the door." Faithful John knew he could not stop the king. So, with a sad heart, he took out the key. He opened the door. John went in first. He wanted to cover the painting, but the king looked over his shoulder. He saw the beautiful painting of the girl. It shined with jewels. The king fell down. He could not feel anything. Faithful John picked him up. He carried him to his bed. John worried, "Oh no! Bad luck has come. What will happen?" He gave the king wine. The king woke up. The king's first words were, "Who is that beautiful picture?" "That is the daughter of the king of the Golden Palace," John said. "Then," said the king, "I love her so much. I must find her. You are my faithful John. You must come with me." John thought about how to do this. It was hard to see the princess. At last he had an idea. He told the king, "Everything she has is gold. Her chairs, tables, and dishes. You have a lot of gold. Let your workers make golden things for her. Make birds and animals. We will take them and try to find her." The king called his workers. They worked day and night. They made many beautiful things. When everything was on a ship, Faithful John and the king dressed like merchants. They wanted to travel without being known. They sailed far across the sea. They came to the city where the princess lived. Faithful John told the king to stay on the ship. "Maybe," he said, "I will bring the princess back. Make sure everything is ready. Put out the golden things." John took some golden cups in a cloth. He went to the land. He went to the king's palace. In the palace yard, a pretty maid was getting water. She had 2 golden buckets. She saw John and asked who he was. John said, "I am a merchant." He showed her the golden cups. "Oh, what beautiful gold things," she said. She put down her buckets. She looked at the cups. She said, "The king's daughter must see these. She loves gold things. She will buy them all." The maid took John's hand and led him inside. She was the princess's maid. The princess saw the golden cups. She was very happy. She said, "They are so well made. I will buy them all. But faithful John said, "I am just a servant. My master has more things on his ship. They are more beautiful and costly than these." The princess wanted to see them all, but John said, "It would take many days. There are so many things. Your palace does not have enough rooms for them." The princess was very curious. She wanted them more. She said, "Take me to the ship. I will go myself and see your master's treasures." Faithful John happily took her to the ship. The king saw her. She was even more beautiful than her painting. He was so happy. She went on the ship. The king showed her around. Faithful John stayed on the top of the ship. He told the sailor to sail fast. The king showed the princess all the golden things, the dishes, cups, birds, and animals. Many hours passed. She looked at everything. She did not know the ship was sailing far away. When she saw the last thing, she thanked the merchant. She wanted to leave, but when she came up, she saw they were far from land. "Oh no!" she cried. "I am tricked. I am taken by a strange merchant. I want to die." But the king took her hand. He said, "I am not a merchant. I am a king like you. It is true I took you, but it is because I love you so much. When I first saw your picture, I fainted." When the princess heard this, she felt better. She started to like him. She agreed to marry him. As they sailed, faithful John sat on the ship's deck. He played music. He saw 3 crows flying. He stopped playing and listened. He understood what they said. The first crow said, "He is taking the king of the Golden Palace's daughter home." "But he is not home yet," the second crow said. "But he has her," the third crow said. "She is with him on the ship." Then the first crow said, "What if? When they go on land, a red horse will jump out. He will get on it. The horse will jump into the air with him. He will never see his new wife again." The second crow asked, "Is there a way to stop it?" "Oh yes," said the first crow. "If someone else quickly gets on behind him and shoots the horse, the young king will be safe. But who knows this? And if someone knows and tells him, that person will turn to stone from their toe to their knee." Then the second crow said, "I know more. If the horse is killed, the king will still not keep his wife. When they go into the castle, a beautiful wedding shirt will be on a dish. It will look like gold and silver, but it is fire. If he wears it, it will burn him." Then the third crow asked, "Is there a way to stop it?" "Oh yes," said the second crow. "If someone picks up the shirt with a glove and throws it in the fire, the king will be safe." "But what does it mean?" "Whoever knows this and tells him will turn to stone from their knee to their heart." Then the third crow said, "I know even more. Even if the shirt is burned, the king will still not keep his wife. After the wedding, there will be a dance. When the queen dances, she will suddenly turn pale. She will fall as if dead. If someone does not lift her up and take 3 drops of blood from her right chest and throw them away, she will die. But whoever knows this and tells it will turn to stone all over their body, from head to toe." After the crows spoke, they flew away. Faithful John heard everything. He was very quiet and sad. If he did not tell the king, bad things would happen. If he told him, he would die. But he thought, "I will save my king, even if I die." When they came to land, it happened as the crow said. A big red horse appeared. "Great," said the king. "This will take me to my castle." He tried to get on, but faithful John quickly got on the horse. He took out a gun and shot the horse. It died. The other servants of the king did not like John. They said, "How bad to kill the beautiful horse. It could have taken the king to the castle." But the king said, "Be quiet. Let him be. He is my very faithful John. Who knows what good he has done?" They went into the castle. There was a dish in the hall. The beautiful wedding shirt was on it. It looked like gold and silver. The young king went to it. He wanted to pick it up, but faithful John pushed him away. John picked it up with his gloves. He quickly took it to the fire and let it burn. The other servants complained. They said, "Look, he is burning the king's wedding shirt." But the young king said, "Who knows what good he has done? Leave him alone. He is my faithful John." Soon after the wedding happened, there was a big dance. The new queen began to dance. Faithful John watched her closely. All at once she became pale. She fell down as if dead. John quickly ran. He lifted her up. He carried her to a room. He put her down. He knelt beside her. He took 3 drops of blood from her right chest. He threw them away. As soon as she breathed again, she sat up. The young king saw everything. He did not know why John did this. He was very angry. He called out, "Put him in prison." The next morning, faithful John was put on trial. He was led to the gallows where people were killed. As he stood there, he said, "Everyone who will die can speak one time before death. Can I also speak?" "Yes," answered the king, "you can." Then faithful John said, "I have been judged unfairly. I have always been true to you." He told the king about the crow's talk he heard at sea. He told how he had to do all those things to save his king. Then the king cried out, "Oh, my truest John, forgive me. Take him away." But faithful John had fallen down at the last word. He had turned into stone. Both the king and queen were very sad. The king thought, "Oh, how badly I repaid his loyalty." He had the stone statue put in his bedroom next to his bed. Every time he looked at it, he cried. He said, "Oh, if only I could bring you back to life, my faithful John." After some time, the queen had 2 baby sons. They were her great joy. One day, the queen was at church. The 2 children were playing with their father. He looked at the stone statue. He was full of sadness. He sighed, "Oh, if only I could bring you back to life, my faithful John." At these words, the statue began to speak. It said, "Yes, you can make me alive again. You must give me what is dearest to you." The king said, "I will give all I have for you." The statue spoke again. "If you cut off the heads of both your children with your own hand and sprinkle me with their blood, I will come back to life." The king was scared. He had to kill his 2 dear children. But he remembered his servant's loyalty. He remembered how faithful John died for him. He took his sword. He cut off the heads of his 2 children. As soon as he put their blood on the statue, it came to life. Faithful John stood alive and well before him. He said, "Your faith will be rewarded." He took the children's heads. He put them back on. He put their blood on their wounds. At once, they were healed. The children ran off and played as if nothing had happened. The king was very happy. When he saw the queen coming, he hid faithful John and the children in a big closet. When she came in, he asked her, "Did you pray in church?" "Yes," she answered. "But I kept thinking about faithful John. He had such bad luck because of us." Then the king said, "My dear wife, we can bring him back to life, but it will cost us our 2 little sons. We must give them up." The queen turned pale. She was scared, but she said, "We are guilty for his life because of his great loyalty." Then the king was happy that she thought like him. He went to the closet. He opened it. He brought out the children and faithful John. He said, "God be praised. He is saved, and we still have our little sons." Then he told her everything that happened. After that, they lived happily together forever.